He thought taking the shortcut would save him time, but in an instant, it cost him everything he had worked for. Success, trust, and respect slipped away because he chose the easy way instead of the right way. This isn't just a story about failure, it's a lesson about honesty, integrity, and the invisible power of karma. Watch closely, because what happens next will make you rethink every shortcut in your life. Asterisk, he was a young man full of ambition, eager to climb the ladder of success faster than anyone else. He had dreams bigger than his current reality, and every day felt like a race against time. One day, an opportunity came, a shortcut that promised quick success. All he had to do was bend the rules a little, just a tiny compromise, he told himself. No one will notice, and it's just this once, he thought. At first it seemed perfect. Doors opened faster, people praised his results, and he felt like he had finally found the secret to getting ahead. He smiled, imagining how easy life could be if he kept taking these shortcuts. But deep down, a small voice whispered, warning him that this path wasn't right. He ignored it, thinking success was more important than honesty. Then the cracks began to show. Colleagues started noticing inconsistencies. Friends began to doubt his intentions. The trust he had built over years began slipping through his fingers like sand. The shortcut that once seemed like a blessing turned into a trap. Every small dishonesty piled up, and soon, the consequences he had ignored became impossible to escape. By the time he realized the truth, it was too late. He had lost opportunities, respect, and relationships, things no shortcut could ever replace. The lesson was painful but clear. Honesty isn't just a moral choice. It's the foundation of every meaningful success. No achievement, no matter how fast or easy it comes, can replace the trust and integrity you build through consistent, honest effort. From that day on, he vowed never to take shortcuts again. He worked harder, stayed true to his principles, and rebuilt his life step by step, understanding at last that the long road, though harder, was the only path that could truly lead to lasting success. Asterisk, he never believed in karma. To him, life was about getting what he wanted as fast as possible, no matter the cost. Every shortcut, every small deception, seemed justified if it brought him closer to his goals. He thought of consequences as distant, almost fictional, something that happened to other people, not him. One day he made a decision that he believed was harmless. He lied, cheated, and took advantage of a situation to get ahead at work. At first it worked perfectly. He received praise, rewards, and attention. The thrill of winning without effort made him feel invincible. He laughed at the warnings of those who valued honesty, convinced that he had outsmarted life itself. But life has a way of balancing itself, silently and without warning. Slowly, small setbacks began to appear. Deals he counted on fell through. Opportunities vanished, and people he had trusted began to avoid him. At first he blamed luck, circumstances, even other people. But deep inside he knew every lie, every dishonest choice was returning to him in ways he hadn't anticipated. Then came the moment of reckoning. A major project, one he had manipulated to his advantage, collapsed spectacularly. Colleagues who had once admired him now doubted him completely. The trust he had ignored for convenience was gone, and with it, his credibility. He realized the painful truth. Shortcuts he had taken weren't just temporary detours, they were seeds he had sown. And karma had quietly grown them into consequences he could no longer avoid. It was a hard lesson, but one he would never forget. He learned that every action, even those that seem invisible or insignificant, carries weight. What you put out into the world, honesty or deceit, has a way of coming back to you. Karma isn't punishment. It's life reflecting your own choices. From that day on, he vowed to act with integrity, knowing that the right actions today protect the future tomorrow. Asterisk, he had always been in a hurry. Every day felt like a race against time, and he believed that success was something to grab quickly, like snatching a prize before anyone else could. When he saw others achieving their goals, he envied them and wished he could have the same results overnight. Shortcuts seemed like the only way to catch up. It's the only way to reach the top before it was too late. At first, the shortcuts gave him what he wanted. Quick wins, fast recognition, and fleeting admiration made him feel powerful. Never lasted. Each temporary gain slipped away, leaving him empty and frustrated. He realized that the achievements he had won without effort were fragile. They had no foundation and could not withstand the challenges of real life. One day, met an older mentor who had spent decades building his career from the ground up. The mentor told him, "There is no substitute for patience. True success is built brick by brick, with effort, resilience, and honesty. Anything else is a house of cards." He began to understand that while shortcuts might seem appealing, they could never replace the strength and stability of work done the right way. From that moment, he changed his approach. He stopped chasing instant results and focused on consistent effort. Every day, he improved a little, learned a little, and built his skills patiently. Slowly but surely, the rewards came not as flashy, temporary victories, but as lasting success that he could trust. He discovered that the journey itself, with all its struggles and lessons, was what shaped him into the person capable of sustaining his achievements. By the end, he understood the truth. Real success is not a destination you reach by rushing. It is the result of patience, persistence, and unwavering dedication. The long road is harder, yes, but it is the only one that leads to triumph that lasts.